Hello, people. So, some of my students have been asking me to attempt a quant test live for them just to see how I move between questions, what is the decision making time that I take, and everything. So, the problem with the entire setup was that if I design the test and I take the test, then it defeats the purpose. So, what I did was I reached out to a friend, he came up with a paper. He came up with a paper that I haven't seen so far, so I'm going to be attempting that right now. The objective behind this video is not for you to see how to solve questions. The objective is for you to see how to move between questions, how much time should you spend uh, on a question before deciding it is not worth it, or how much time should you spend on a question. So basically the idea is test taking here rather than actually having the knowledge part of it is a separate thing. There are several playlists for that. I'm sure you've done several classes, you studied on your own. This is majorly for test taking purposes, how to take test, the quant section especially right now. Maybe in future we'll also have a section for DILR. So the usual strategy or the usual way that I follow is all questions that I can do in 1 minute in this time frame, I do it in round one. Questions that take me 1 to 2.5 minutes would go in round two, and questions that take me greater than 2.5 minutes or they are Latin for me, they go in round three. What I mean by the questions being Latin for me is I don't understand, I don't get the intent behind the question, I don't get what the question is demanding of me in the first read, then they become Latin for me and they go in round three. I'll be trying to showcase how to use round one, round two, round three with hopefully acceptable speed in the upcoming time. Because I don't know the questions, I might end up getting some questions wrong or skipping some questions, but that is irrelevant. The only point is how quickly can I move between questions. So the only piece of extra knowledge that I have is this is the first page of the file. The second page is the instructions page, and from the third page onwards, the questions start. So now I'm going to read the instructions. When after reading the instructions, I will start the timer that hopefully you can see on the left hand side, and then based on those 40-minute timer, I will be attempting this test. The instructions page. This test consists of 28 questions. Okay, 28 questions, 40 minutes. The person who designed the test has not been very kind to me, but okay, what can we do? The total time available for the test is 40 minutes. Okay, standard instruction. All questions carry equal marks, which is 3. Standard question is instruction. Some questions in the test may not be of multiple choice type, and instead direct answers are to be calculated and ascertained. Those questions have been marked with theta in the title of the page. Okay, so there are some theta questions. During the test, you can move between questions without answering them. Okay, so this is not GMAT. You can change the answer to a question any number of times. However, the last marked answer at the end of 40 minutes duration will be considered your final answer. Again, a standard instruction. Penalty for wrong answers. For every MCQ, a wrong answer attracts a penalty of -1. For unattempted questions, there is no penalty. For every theta question, wrong answers attract no penalty. So there is no negative marking for theta questions. For MCQ questions, there are negative marking. Now you may think, why am I spending time in going through the instructions page? Make it a habit. I would implore you to make it a habit to go through the instructions page, even if you know it inside out. Because I don't know how many of you are around from the 2018 cycle, sorry, 2017 cycle. In that year, what happened was IIFT in 2016 had 4 sections. IIFT in 2017 had 6 sections. Now, people who did not read through the instructions did not realize there were extra sections now, and therefore, a lot of them, despite scoring very well, could not meet the sectional cutoffs. They had not attempted questions either from VA or from RC or from DI or from LR. They chose the section that they were strong in, left the other one, and did not end up securing a call, which is not the ideal outcome. It doesn't take a lot of effort. Please go through the instructions, regardless of the fact whether you appeared for a mock of that exam several times over. Please make sure you go through the instructions. Okay. we know everything now. I'm starting the timer and then the questioning will start. Okay, first question. Avanti and Avni start playing a game in which one who wins gets W points and loser gets L points. W greater than L greater than 0. Okay, so both of them are greater than 0. Ties are not possible and all scores are integral. So these are natural numbers now. After some games, Avni scored 30 and Avanti scored 30 and Avni 25. If Avni has won exactly 2 games, the value of W in numerical values. Okay, right now the things that I can infer are 30 and 25. So win plus loss into number of games will be 55. But further processing will require me to make cases. So this should go in round 2. Next question. A thief has a stolen credit card and wishes to withdraw some money from ATM. Unfortunately, he could not remember the 4-digit PIN number written on a paper slip which he had seen while stealing the card. He does remember the first 2 digits and knows that each of the last 2 digits are greater than 5. Okay, so he knows this, last 2 digits greater than 5, single digit greater than 5. So four possibilities. The ATM will allow him 3 times before it blocks further access. If he randomly guesses the last 2 digits, what is the probability that he will be able to withdraw money from the ATM? So he has 16 possible guesses, out of which he gets 3 attempts. So probability is 3 out of 16. Okay. Next is a player has n plus 1 points while player B has n points, n greater than 3. Both players throw all their coins simultaneously and observe the number of heads. If all the coins are fair, then what is the probability that A obtains more heads than B? Okay, the answer to this should be A. The length of sides of right angle triangle are in geometric progression. What is the ratio of sines of its acute angles? Right angle triangle AR square, ratio of sine. Sine is Pandit Bhola Prasad Hari Hari. Okay. P by H. So sine of this would be A by AR square for this side, and for this side it would be AR by AR square. So when I'm looking for ratio of sines, I'm looking for A by AR or I'm looking for 1 by R. Okay, we'll require further processing. Round 2. For an odd positive integer satisfying n lies in the range 51 to 99, the quantity n cube minus n is always divisible by. Okay, I must be honest, I have seen these questions. Some of these questions I have seen earlier. Like this one I have seen earlier. N cube minus n can be broken down as n minus 1 and n plus 1. I have been told this is odd, so these two will be even. If these two are even, if these two are two consecutive even numbers, one of them will be a multiple of 4, one of them will not be a multiple of 4. Altogether, I can say it will be a multiple of 8 because these are 3 consecutive numbers. It will also be a multiple of 3. So altogether, it has to be a multiple of 24. I'm not very happy with this test. Questions are known. For a particular day of the year, it happens that the sum of the date and square root of the month gives the square of the month. What is the date? Okay. So clearly in this question, the best way forward is checking options. If you have to check options, always start at the end. 14 plus square root of April is 2 is equal to 16, which is square of April. So this is the answer. Next question. A series in which any term is equal to the sum of the preceding 2 terms is called a Fibonacci series. Usually the first 2 terms are given initially and together they determine the entire series. This is standard information that I already knew. Now it is known that the difference of the squares of the 9th and the 8th term of a Fibonacci series is 840. What is the 12th term of that series? So term 9 square minus term 8 square is equal to 840. Two perfect squares giving me 840. So it can either be 2 into 420 or 4 into 210. Both of these would be acceptable cases, both are even. So I will get multiple answers. Therefore, answer option 4, data inadequate. If x and y are real and y is equal to under root of x square minus 12x plus 35. Okay, so let's check. When you look at this expression quickly, hopefully you can see 5 and 7 are the roots. So x cannot take the value of, cannot be equal to 5, x cannot be equal to 7. This you can quickly ascertain. And because x cannot be 5, x cannot be 7, option A and C are gone. Then find the range of x given that y is less than. I'll come back to it later. Round 2. Okay. Ajay, Balram, and Chandu are three thieves. Each of them is standing at a different corner of a park, which is in the shape of a right angle triangle. There is a diamond at the midpoint of the longest side of the park. Okay, so right angle triangle. There is a diamond here. These people are standing at three corners. Ajay and Balram are at the two ends of the longest side. So Ajay is here, Balram is here, Chandu will be here. Cool. All three of them simultaneously start running towards the diamond such that the speed of Ajay is 20% more than that of Balram. So if speed of Balram is 100, Ajay is 120, whose speed in turn is 16 3 by 4% less than that of Chandu. Oh, so if 100 is 16 3 by 4, this is difficult. So what I will do is, if this is if the speed here is x, speed here is 20% more than that of Balram. So 6 by 5x, and see, why am I doing this? Move on, move on. Round 2. Each coefficient in the equation ax square plus bx plus c is uh, plus b plus whatever it is determined by throwing an ordinary die. Find the probability that the equation will have equal roots. If it has equal roots, what all can I ascertain? If it has equal roots, then I know this b will be even, and I also know b square minus 4ac, the discriminant, will be equal to 0. Okay, so let me put b equal to 2. If b is equal to 2, 4ac will be equal to 4. So possible values for a and c will be 1 1 each. If b is equal to 4, so I get 16 minus 4ac, so ac is 4. So a1, c4, a2, c2, and a4, c1. Finally, if b is equal to 6, I get 6 square minus, so AC is equal to 9. I can get 1 and 9 because these are dice numbers, so it will be 3 and 3. I can't go further because B is a number that is obtained by rolling a dice, so these are the only possibilities. So 5 cases. We have thrown it 3 times, so probability will be 5 by 260. The angle between the hour hand and the minute hand is exactly 1 degree. The time is an integral multiple of n of minutes after noon, where n lies in the range 0 to 720. Find the total possible values of n. Straight away round 2. This doesn't, in fact, round 3 doesn't look like I will get to it at all. The longer side of parallelogram is 10 centimeter and the shorter is 6. The longer diagonal makes an angle of 30 degree with the longer side than the length of the longer diagonal is. Okay. I can see the person has gone ahead and made questions from multiple sources because the pasting is different for on every page. So this is 10, this is 6, this is 30. This is what is told. If the longer diagonal makes the longer side, then the length of the longer diagonal. I need length of this. This is 6, this is 30. Okay, because I see a 30, I want to make a special triangle. Let me drop a perpendicular here. This is 60. Opposite 90, if I have 10, opposite 30, I will have 5. Opposite 60, I will have 5 root 3. Yes, I'm extremely happy. There are two 5 root 3 options. And then if this is 5, this is 6, this will be root 11. So option 1. India plays 2 matches, each with West Indies and Australia. In any match, the probabilities of India getting 0, 1 and 2 points are 0 0.5, 0 0.05 and 0.5 respectively. Assuming the outcomes are independent, the probability of India getting at least 7 points is. Okay, India getting at least 7 points would be when, one case would be when India gets 8 points. So India winning the matches is 0 0.5. So 1 by 2 raised to the power 4 plus India getting 3 wins, so 4C3, so 4 India getting one draw. Draw is 1 by 20. 0.05 is 1 by 20, and then 1 by 8. Okay, so this is 1 by 16 plus 1 by 40, 80. This will be 5, this will be 2. 7 by 80. So I know 7 by 8 to be 0.875, so it will be 0.0875. In a rectangle ABCD, points X and Y are the midpoints of AD and DC respectively. Lines BX and CD, when extended, intersect at E. Lines BY and AD, when extended, intersect round 2. Too much effort. Let x, y, z be non-zero real numbers such that x by y plus x by y by z plus z by x is equal to 7, y by x, z by x. And then find this cubic expression. Round 2, not worth the time. The angle bisectors BD and CE of a triangle ABC are divided by the incenter I, say ratio 3 is to 2 and 2 is to 1 respectively. Then the ratio in which I divided the angle bisector through A is worthy of round 2. A boat moves at a speed of 12 km per hour in still water. It has to travel a distance of 60 km from P to Q downstream. By the time the boat reached point R, one third of distance from P, the speed of the current suddenly doubled. As a result, the boat reached half an hour earlier than it would normally. Which of the following could be the original speed of the stream? Round 2. There are 400 students in a B school, 340 specialize in marketing, 334 in finance, 332 in operations, 335 in HR, and 337 in operations. Okay, so 0, minus 6, minus 8, minus 3, minus 5, 8, 8, 6 is 22. So 1678. I have 1678 flags. Find the maximum possible number of students specializing in exactly 2 domains. Exactly 2 I want to maximize. So let's give 2 flags to every student. I'm left with 878 flags. Now I would want to give people 3 flags at a time so that the group of 2 is not disturbed. If I cannot divide this by 3, so let me make it a multiple of 3 by putting 9 here. So this divided by 3 will give me 293. Sorry, yes, 293. This will give me 293. 879 by 3 is 293. 400 minus 293. So answer here will be 107. A piece of work can be done by 11 men and 16 boys in 2 days. The same work can be done by 5 men and 11 boys in 4 days. Okay, so 11 into 2. So 22 men plus 32 boys is equal to 20 men plus 44 boys. 2 men is equal to 12 boys, or man is equal to 6 boys. Okay. In how many days 1 man and 4 boys can do the work? 1 man is 6 boys. So effectively, finally, you have 10 boys. Previously, how much work was there? 11 men. So 66 boys. 66. So 82 boys do work in 2 days. And now it has to be done by 10 men. So 164 by 10. So answer will be option A, 16 by 4. 16.4. Next question. A tennis player computes her win ratio by dividing the number of matches she has won by the total number of matches she has played. At the end of the weekend, her win ratio is exactly 0.5. Okay. During the weekend, she plays 4 matches, winning 3 and losing 1. At the end of the weekend, her win ratio is greater than 0.503. What's the largest number of matches she could have won before the weekend began? So, if she could have won, okay, so k by 2k plus 3 plus 4 is greater than 503 by 1000. So I get 1000k plus 3000 is equal to 1006k plus 2012. Okay, 2012. So I get 6k, sorry, 6k is less than 988, or k is less than 988 by 6. Okay, Let me divide. 988 by 6 is equal to 1, 38, 6, 48, 8. This is directly divisible. 8 plus 8 is 16, 16 plus 9. No, this cannot be divisible. What am I doing? Uh, 1, 38, so 6, 28, so 4. And some 4 remainder left over. Yes, that makes sense. So 164. K has to be less than equal to 164 point something something. So maximum possible integral value. Because K is the number of matches one, it has to be integral. Answer will be 164. A boy stands on a faulty weighing balance scale that adds or subtracts a constant weight from the true weight. The boy's weight is recorded as 52 kg. His sister's weight is recorded as 56 kg and the combined weight is recorded as 101 kg. So 52 plus error plus 56 plus error is equal to 111 plus error gone, 52. Error is equal to 3. In a certain race, A beats B by 20 meters and C by 40 meters. If speed of B is 25% more than the speed of C, then find the length in meter of the track. B, C. B is 25. This is 5x, this is 4x. The gap is 20, so this is 80, this is 100. A would have run 120 by now because their gap is also 20. Answer is option C. In a class of 120 students, each student took 3 tests, maths, English and humanities. The number of students who passed the 3 tests were 60, 90 and 80. If none of the students failed in all the 3 subjects, then the number of students who passed in at least one subject was 25% more than those who passed in at least 2 subjects. Okay, so A plus B plus C I know to be 120, and I also know A plus 2B plus 3C to be 60, 90, 230. uh Passed at least one. This is 5x and this is 4x, which means this is x. 1/5 of this is, so A is 24, so B plus C is 96 and 2B plus 3C is equal to 24 gone from this, 206. This is 192 plus C is equal to 206, C is equal to 14. What did they ask me finally? Then how many students passed in all the 3 subjects? Yes, C is 14. If A into B, A star B is equal to A minus B and A cube plus B cube, then find the value of 11 star minus 11. So 11 minus 11, this is 22, and A cube would be 1331 minus 1, so this would be 0. Answer 0. The difference between the simple interest and the compound interest accrued in 2 years on a certain sum at the rate of interest is rupees 80. The difference is 80. Okay, the simple interest for the if the simple interest for the second year is 1000, find the sum. Interest rate is 8%. 8 by 100 of principal is equal to 1000. Cancel 225. P will be equal to 25,000 by 2, 12,500. Answer. The cost of 20 pens, 25 erasers, 20 pens, 22 erasers, 25 sharpeners is 196. 20p, 22e, 25s is 196. Cost of 23p, 27e and 30s is 233. If the cost of 109p, 125e and 140s is rupees k, what is the value of k? Okay, so by some manipulation of first two, I have to make the third one. 20, so 23 into 3, let's see this, 23 into 3 plus 20 into 2. These are the provisional checking points. So 22 into 2 is 44, 44 plus 81 is 125, yes. 22 into 25 into 2 is 50, 50 plus 30 into 3, 90, yes. So all I have to do is 196 into 2, so 392 and 233 into 3, so 699. So I get 700 and 391. So answer should be 1091. A grocer mixes three varieties of dal costing. I'm doing extremely poorly in this test because half my time is done and I'm not even done with my round one. But okay, I think this test is more difficult than usual. The grocer mixes three varieties of dal costing 25, 30, and 33 respectively in the ratio 1 is to 2 is to 5 and sells the mixture at 35 per kg. Another grocer mixes the three varieties of dal in equal proportion and sells the mixture at rupees 35 per kg. If 350 is spent and equal quantities of both the mixtures are bought and mixed, find the ratio of three varieties in the resulting mixture. Okay. In the first, the ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 5. In the second, the ratio is 1 is to 1 is to 1. Can I say overall this will be highest, this will be second highest, this will be lowest? So this is gone, this is gone, and because they are being mixed with something, the ratio cannot continue to be 1 is to 2. So this is also 1. Answer will be A. Last one. What are the last four digits in the binary equivalent of the decimal number? Last four digits in the binary equivalent of the decimal number is remainder with 16. Remainder with 16, if I have to see this, 96 is gone, 85 is left, 5 I want, 5 in binary is 0101. So answer option D. So I am done with all the questions. Let me go back to the ones that I had marked for round 2. Okay, N into W plus L. Avanti Avni started playing again. They had 30 and 25 points. Fine. So to 55 can be 1 into 55 or 5 into 11. Now, of course, valid checking would be 1 and 55. I should put 1 and 55 in check, but it doesn't make sense. Let me put 5 and 11. If number of matches played were 5 and the points distributed were 11. So if this is 5 and this is 11, so win plus loss has to be 11. Let's see, it can be 10 and 1. Oh, I should also put in this Avanti and Avni. Because their points total are so close together, I'm saying only 5 matches were played. That is my estimation. 10, 1 or 9, 2 or 8, 3 or 7, 4 or 6, 5. These are the 5 potential scores. So if Avani has won exactly 2 games, Avanti will win 3 in this setup when I'm taking 5. So 3 into 10 plus 2 into 1. Avanti's score should have been 3 into 10 plus 2 into 1, 32. But her score is 30, so this is not possible. 9 into 2. 3 into 9 plus 2 into 2 would be 31. Her score is 30. This is not possible. 3 into 8 plus 2 into 3. 30, yes. 2, 2 into 8, 16. 3 into 3, 9. Yes, this is also. So this is the scoring pattern they are following. If Avni has won exactly 2 games, find the W. W was points that the winner got, so answer will be 8 here. Okay, this was done. This was done. Here we were working. I had to find out the ratio of two sides. 1 by r or r I had to find out because they haven't been very specific. Let's see. I know a square plus a square r square is equal to a square r raised to the power 4. So cancel, cancel, cancel. R raised to the power 4 minus r square minus 1 is equal to 0. R square equal to b. So b square minus b minus 1 is equal to 0. So b should be equal to 1 plus minus under root 1 plus 4 by 2. Of course, the minus version will get rejected. This is length. So b is equal to 1 plus root 5 by 2. Okay, but b was r square, and finally I want either 1 by r or value of r itself, because whether I'm taking a by ar or ar by a, that is not known. So one more root of this. So this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Root of root 5 plus 1. Yes, this is right. This was done, this was done, this was done. This one was left. So I removed 5 and 7 from the running. X and y are real. If x and y are real, this is y is greater than equal to 0. So x minus 2 is greater than equal to 0. X has to be greater than 2. Has to be greater than 2. Okay, x has to be greater than 2. I don't know. Moving. Okay, this question. Ajay, Balram, Chandu, three corners. Okay. If Ajay is 20% more than Balram, then Balram is 16.66% less than. Okay. So if Balram is 100, Ajay will be 100 by 83.33, and Chandu will be 100 by 83.25, 0.83325, 0.8325. Okay, so I know C speed is the highest, but distances. Oh, this was the midpoint of the right angle triangle. So this will be the circumcenter. So these 3 points would be equidistant from it. So speed of C is highest, so he will reach this diamond the first. So answer option D. This one was done. This one was round 3. Anyway, not attempting right now. Round 2. Okay, rectangle. Uh, Even if they have said rectangle, I'm taking it as a square because I am a maverick. X, Y are midpoints of A, B, C, D. X is midpoint of AD, so this is X. Y is here. BX and CD unextended. CD extended. BX goes here. Intersect at E. This is E. BY and AD unextended. AD extended. BY goes to here. They meet at F. Okay. If the area of ABCD is 60, find the area of BEF. BO. This triangle they have asked me to find the area. Okay, I'm joining this because I've taken it as a square. This area will be 7.5. Half of 1/4. This is 7.5. Done. This will be 15. Half of half. Half of half. This will be 15. Now look at this. This angle is same as this angle. This is 90. This is 90, and this side is equal to this side. So these two triangles are congruent. So this will be 15 because they have been made in the same way. This will also be 15. So 15, 15, 7.5. So this will be 22.5. Okay. And look at the trapezium XYFE. XYFE. 15 into 15 should be equal to 7.5 into whatever number here, which should be 30 now. So I have entire area now. Let's see. 30, 30, 30. Altogether 90 should be the answer here. Okay, this is long. Leave it. Let us work with this. Whenever I see in center, the only thing that comes to my head is the portion about what angle bisector theorem. Let's see. BD, right? BD and CE. CE. So this is how much is it broken up into? 3 and 2. So look at it, CB, this should be 3x, this should be 2x, okay, and this is broken down as 2 and 1. So this should be 2y, this should be y. The same side I have in two variables, I'm taking it as 6k. If it is 6k, this will be 4k and this will be 3k. Okay, finally I need what ratio does this get divided in. Okay, I'm taking this as m and this as n, this as m and this as n. Look at the large triangle now, ABC. 6k by 3k plus n should be equal to 4k by n. K and k cancelled. This is 3, this is 2. So I get 3m is equal to 6k plus 2n. Fine. Also, look at it from perspective of C now. 6k by 4k plus n is equal to 3k by n. Cancel 2. 2n is equal to 4k plus m. Fine. So 2n I can replace here. I will get 3m is equal to 10k plus how much? M. Okay. So m is equal to 5k. This much I get. So this is 5k. If m is equal to 5k, 2n was 4k plus 5. So n is equal to 4.5k. This is 4.5k. Now, if I want the ratio in which this is getting divided, I want the ratio in which this is getting divided. Let me look at it this way. Uh, this angle. Oh, I would need the length of, let me name this point as F. I would need length of AF. This is 6K and this is 7.5K. This is 9K. So 5 units, 6 units. So this should be 5 by 11 of 6K or 30 by 11K. This should be BF is 30 by 11K. Now this angle is the angle bisector. This is 7.5. This is 30 by 11. So 7.5 divided by 30 into 11. This is the final ratio. Cancel, cancel. 11 by 4. This will be the answer. Extremely time taking. This is an extremely difficult paper. A boat moves at a speed of 12 km per hour in still water. It has to travel a distance of 60 km from P to Q downstream by the time. Okay, so 40 previously it was going boat plus water, and then later it was going 40 by boat plus 2 water plus half. These two are supposed to be equal. Oh, they have given me possibilities for speed, so let me just fit them. Oh, and I know this to be 12. Why am I doing B? I know this to be 12. So 12 plus 4, 40 by 16, 2.5 I'm getting here. So 12, so I get 2 here and half here. So yes, this is a possible speed, done. Let me put 6, let me put 6. 40 by 18 is 20 by 9. I'm getting 20 by 9 here. Here I'm getting 40 by 24. So 5 by 3 plus 1 by 2. I will still get 6 in the denominator. 10 plus 3, 13 by 6. So this is not valid. And now I can mark the answer 1 and 3 only. I don't even need to check it because 1 and 2, 2 and 3. This is gone, this is gone, this is gone. This has to be the answer. Okay. One more round of what all I missed. Is there anything more that I missed? See, had it been a proper actual test, it would have been nice because I would have been able to see which questions I've skipped. Oh, I've done all. So I have to go back to the top, start attempting. This I've done, this I've done, this I've done, this I have I done? Yes, I've done. This I've done, this I've done, this I have done, this I have not done. Let me see. R minus, can I put x equal to 0? Let me see if I can put I cannot put anything between 5 and 7 also. I cannot put anything between 5 and 7 also. Can I put x equal to 0? If I put x equal to 0, oh, if I put x equal to 0, y would become less than minus 2, y would become negative, but y cannot be negative, y has to be positive. So this option is also cancelled. This will be the answer. Done. Brilliant. Anything else left? This question is left. Anything else left? No. This question is left and this question is left. Between algebra and TSD, what do I like more? I like TSD more. Let's see. Uh, Hour hand and minute hand meet after 720 by 11 minutes. This I know to be true. And the relative speed is 11 by 2 degrees per minute. So in 1 minute, how much distance? 11 by 2 degrees per minute. So if they have to meet, the angle is exactly 1 degree. For exactly 1 degree, they would move 2 by 11. Okay. So 720 n by 11 minus 2 by 11 has to be an integer, or 720n by 11 plus 2 by 11 has to be an integer. Let me see. I'm getting a number theory vibe from this now. 720n plus 2 is equal to a multiple of 11. Break it down. 720, how much remainder does it leave with? 5. So 715n plus 5n plus 2 is equal to 11i. So n equal to 4 would work. N equal to 4 would work. This is acceptable. Here let me see. 715n plus 5n minus 2 is equal to 11i. N equal to 6 would work. Can there be other cases? Can there be other cases? No, there cannot be other cases because the next case would be plus 720 plus 720. So these are the only two possible cases. Answer to this is 2. Okay, I'm happy. I'm left with one last question now. What all can I see? Oh, this is inverse of this. This is inverse. Okay, so A plus B plus C is equal to 7, and 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C is equal to 9. And I have to find out this. A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3. Oh, one more thing. When I multiply these three, I will get 1. A, B, C is equal to 1. Why I'm getting that is from this expression. This will help me. So effectively, if you simplify this further, you will get AB plus BC plus CA by ABC is equal to 9, or AB plus BC plus CA is equal to 9 because ABC is 1 only. Okay. Oh, so I can also write this as, now this is an identifiable expression. Oh, done. A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3ABC is equal to A plus B plus C into A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus AC minus BC. Okay, I know this value, I know this value. A square plus B square plus C square, how do I do it? How do I play this? Oh, I can play this. This will be A plus B plus C. So let me write it as 7 directly. This I can turn it as A plus B plus C whole square minus 3 times of AB plus AC plus BC, because I know A plus B plus C. So 7 into 7 square, or 49, minus 3 into 9. So 27. So this will break down as 7 into 22, which should be 154. Okay. Now ideally, see, this has not been my usual attempt. Let me be very honest, this has not been my usual attempt, because usually by the when 5-6 minutes are left, I'm done with the section. But today it has taken me a lot of time. Questions were far more difficult than I anticipated them to be in the actual CAT. Let me just go through every ticked question. If I've done it correctly, yes, I'm confident in this. 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 I am confident in this. I am confident in this. I am not so confident, but I'm willing to take a risk. I am confident in this. I am not confident, but doesn't matter. It's theta. I am confident in this. I am confident in this. Not confident, doesn't matter. I am not very confident in this, but still willing to take a risk. I am extremely confident in this. I am running away. I am confident in this, not confident, but doesn't matter. I had 16.4 and 164 in 2 consecutive questions. Okay, don't care. Extremely confident in this. Where are the other option questions? 13 seconds left. I am confident in this. I am extremely confident. So yes, that will be all. That is the entire attempting. Done with it. Stop. Shut up. Okay, so the timer is done. I don't know how many of these are right, how many of these are wrong. I will see later. But hopefully you were able to see. Even if I knew a question or was able to come back to it, I was able to. Honestly, this was not a very fair representation of the difficulty level of the paper. I will have a few words with the person who framed this paper, but this is. But hopefully you were able to see, just because you know the answer to something, say for this question, for instance, for this in this question, I knew that this would be the path taken, but I knew I would have to check cases, so I moved on. And even when I came back and checked cases, I could have checked for 1 and 55 and 11, but I chose to check for 5, simply because one person has won only 2 games, the other person has won and the points total are very close together. So it would not be as if one person has run away with it. If it was 11, Avni has won 2, Avanti would have won 9. So the difference in the points cannot be this small. Okay, and then simple enough questions after that. Lots of questions had lots of working to do. I am especially proud. I would be especially proud if I get this right. And where is that? The algebra one. I get this right. If these two are right, I would be extremely proud. But even if they are wrong, I wouldn't be too nonplussed. I think in this 28 question paper, anyone who scores, I will give you my estimates of. Remember, this is very raw because I have just attempted the test and I felt this test was tough, so my estimates may not be factually accurate, but I'll give you my estimate. I feel around out of 84, I think, see, the toppers will still get 75 plus. The smartest people in the world, the multiple time 100 percentilers of the world will still get 75 plus, or some of them might even get 84 because they are there. But for more realistic aspirant wise expectation, let's say, I think in this paper, a 45 would secure your 99 percentile. 99 percentile at 45, I expect it to be there. And say when you go down to 38, it should be 98 percentile. And when you go down further at 30, you will get 95 percentile. Because despite the fact that there were several tough questions, and there were still happily around 8 9 questions that were easy. And I don't know if it was on purpose, but I think the easy questions were stacked together at the end. This was easy, this was easy, this was easy, this was easy, this was easy. These are stacked together at the end. In the beginning the questions were not as convenient, so maybe the person wanted me to fluster at the beginning. Anyway, so I think these would be my estimates. And everything else, in the upcoming few days I'm also planning a series of few other videos. So if you have any suggestions as to what I should cover next, and please don't ask me to solve RC videos. There have been lots of requests for me to solve RC videos. There are other smarter people doing RC. I know how to solve an RC myself. I don't know what I can show you here. I can maybe show you movement if I have done it, if I have not done it, but otherwise I don't think me solving an RC on video is going to help in any way. Any other suggestions or requirements that you might have, please post it down below in the comment, and then I will try to incorporate it into the upcoming videos. Hopefully you found it relevant. Thank you very much, and goodbye.